Well, hello YouTubers. We are going to be cleaning our throttle body and our IAC, which is our idle control valve, which is up on top. And we'll talk about the map sensor, which is down here on the bottom. This is my Tauras, and it's been running a little slow, a little rough lately, and I got a good feeling that I'm going to probably have to go in here and clean the throttle body. But the first thing I want to do before I do that is go ahead and clean this IAC and check it. And on this particular model, all I need is a 8 millimeter, an 8 millimeter little socket. So I gotta go put it on top, go ahead and loosen these bolts up, and try not to lose any of them. I'm holding the camera and doing this with one hand. So we'll see how this goes tonight. I got the wire hooked up there for now, so I'm just going to kind of leave it there. Well, you know what? Let me just go ahead and unhook it now and get it out of the way. And we'll go ahead and take this IAC off here. Now this guy controls your idle. If you start to have really bad idling, more than likely this is gunked up, or it's even perhaps even broken, not even working anymore. And most times you will get a check engine light saying that is your IAC that is bad or something. All right, so there are the little rubber gaskets. They look pretty good. Doesn't look terribly bad down there. It's a little black. I think you can see my finger there. So we'll clean it out a little bit. Now we'll take a look at the IAC. It looks a little dirty, so we'll go ahead and clean it a little bit. I'll go ahead and spray a little bit of, this is a carburetor cleaner. You can get this just about anywhere. Clean it out a little bit there. And let it soak just for a minute. Let it soak for a minute there and clean it out. Now I'm going to actually clean this while it's running. We'll put it back on, and that actually looks pretty good. I got all the black out in there, and let's see, up here looks a little dirty. We'll clean this out here just to kind of help it out, because sometimes when you're running, car's idling, some of these valves aren't opening like when you would think, so it's kind of hard to figure out if they're actually getting cleaning fluid in there when you're spraying it in the intake. So now I'll go ahead and put my bolts back in. Tighten this down. Try to make this video less than 10 minutes. Continuous video. So I don't have to edit. So I'll put the back bolt in. Pretty long bolts. And you always want to do these with your fingers. Never try to put these bolts in with a socket at first, because you will strip them. They're aluminum. And I've seen many times bolts get stripped out by people not doing that, especially when your engine is hot. So now I got to get my socket, put my ratchet back on it, and we'll tighten this up. And that'll be clean. Even if your IAC is not giving you much trouble when you're under here, it's usually a good idea sometimes to check it if you're going to spray cleaner in the throttle body. That way you know it will be clean. So now that is okay, and we'll put the wire back on. Now what we're going to do next is spray out the clean out the throttle body. So I've got to start disconnecting some hoses here. Put this off to the side. Take my screwdriver. Go ahead and loosen up this top clamp. Get in here like that. And this is this holds true for just about any vehicle. They all have IACs. They all have throttle bodies, and they all have the the control valve up here, which controls the air, which I forgot what that's called already. A little hot in here tonight. So we'll pop this off out of the way and get this air cleaner up. Now I may have to set the camera down just for a second here so I can get this cleaner out of the way. Alright, there we go. Now, I'm going to have to leave the map sensor there on, hooked up, because if I want this to run, I don't want it to throw the check engine light, so I'm just going to put that off to the side. Now we got a good look at the throttle body. Grab my light here. Now, you can see how gunky it looks. That's not too good. Now, if you first see this when you take off your air intake, don't be alarmed, because I've seen a lot of vehicles that have a little oil or even black soot in there. Not uncommon. Now, before you go to start your car up, whatever you're working on, it's always a good idea to look down in your throttle body. Now, there is the map sensor. Make sure there's nothing, no mud, bugs, you know, sometimes mud dabbers like to get in there and make nests. Check it, make sure there's nothing in there blocking it, no debris. Kind of hard to see if I shine the light there. But whatever you do, if you want to clean it, do not clean it with this stuff. Do not clean it with carburetor and choke cleaner. They make a special spray that you can clean your map sensor with. It's very important because if you use anything else, it will destroy that. And that's a very expensive part. And not only that, to get this off, you see those little silver screws right there? Those are called security torque bits. You've got to have a special bit to get that apart and replace it. So just so you know, if that looks okay, don't mess with it. Just set it off the side. All right, now what we're going to do is go ahead and start this up. Some cars now have what they call is throttle by wire. If yours does, which means you have no way out here to do this, to give it gas and raise that engine speed up a little bit when you're spraying that fluid in there, you will have to get somebody inside to work the gas pedal while you're spraying it. So let's go ahead and start this up. Since I'm a one-man band, get her going here. All right. Now while it's idling, I want to take the can, raise the idle up a little bit, and spray a little bit of this in there and start cleaning up all that black you see. So I will have to set the camera down, and hopefully you can watch me do this as I spray it. Now the idea is to keep the engine running without stalling, but don't rev it too high. Now don't be alarmed if you have a little bit of smoke coming out of your tailpipe. That's not going to hurt anything. That's just the spray, the carburetor spray burning through the exhaust. Let me tell you what, that sounds a lot better already. Listen how good it idles. And that's basically how you clean your throttle body. Now if you want to go through a whole can, of course you can. Just take your time. Don't rev your engine too high. And if you have any problems where it starts running really rough, then back off on the spray and let it idle a little bit. Let it clear itself back out. And you should be all right. And then all you have to do is put everything back together and take it down the road, and it probably will run a lot better. But like I said, if you open this up and you see a lot of black and oil sitting there on that throttle body on the intake, don't get alarmed. I've seen that often. It's not unusual. It's just a sign that the engine is getting some miles on it. And if you have a bad air filter sometimes, the airflow isn't as great through here, and sometimes you'll get dust and dirt in there, and it's not sucking it in like it should. So that is the story on that. I hope you all liked this video, enjoyed watching it, and like I said, just go out and buy a small can of this and do a little bit of cleaning if your car's running rough, truck, whatever, and I'm sure it's going to make a big difference. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good one. Comment, like, and all that good stuff. Also, let me know where you're watching from. I understand that 2/3 of YouTube viewers now are basically watching from outside the United States, which is kind of mind-blowing. I did not know that. So if you're watching me from, I don't know, Switzerland or something, say hi. Say hi at the bottom. That way I'll know where my viewers are at least coming from. All right, well, have a good evening, everybody, and thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll save a few bucks this way.